Welcome to The Explainer. Sometimes the most powerful stories are hidden in plain sight. Today, we're going to unpack a story of collapse and comeback, all about a national symbol that was brought right to the edge and back again. And the craziest part? This whole epic tale, it's all packed into just one sentence. All right, first things first, we've got to talk about national identity. Because to really get what's at stake here, you have to understand just how big a deal the bison is in the United States. So check this out. The American bison is the official national mammal of the USA. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just any animal. It's a living, breathing symbol of the entire country's identity, right? It stands for that wild, untamed spirit. So what does that title, national mammal, actually mean? Well, it means the bison embodies the spirit of the American wilderness itself. You think about its strength, that rugged independence, its resilience. But oh man, that resilience, it was about to be tested in a way you can't even imagine. Okay, so now we get to the dark part of the story, on the edge of darkness. The journey from this revered symbol, there were tens of millions of them roaming free, to the absolute brink of extinction. It happened so fast. It was just shocking and tragic. And here's where the mood just completely shifts. But there was a time, you hear those words and you know something bad is coming. All that triumph of being the national mammal, suddenly it's overshadowed by this sense of dread. We're talking about massive, uncontrolled commercial hunting, their habitat just disappearing in the 19th century. This wasn't some slow decline, It was a complete and total collapse. The entire existence of this national icon, it was just hanging by a thread. And the source puts it plainly, once on the verge of extinction. Just think about that. The animal they chose, the one that's supposed to represent the country's natural heritage, was almost gone, forever, wiped off the face of the earth. It's a really chilling thought, right? And it just goes to show how fragile life really is. But wait, the story doesn't end in tragedy, thank goodness. What happens next is nothing short of a miraculous return. Let's dive into how this story of utter despair turns into one of the greatest conservation success stories ever. Look at this. The comeback is just staggering. On one side of the coin, you have the abyss of extinction. We're talking fewer than 1,000 animals left in the entire world. And on the other side, a thriving, strong population. So how on earth did they pull that off? Well, the stage for this incredible comeback story was set in a pretty famous place, Yellowstone National Park. This iconic landscape basically became a sanctuary. It was a safe haven where the last tiny surviving herd could be protected from everything that had nearly wiped them out. And from there, they could start that long, long journey back. Which brings us to today. A celebration of life. Seriously, the result of those early, probably pretty desperate conservation efforts, it's a flat-out miracle. So how many are there today? The population is now in the thousands. And you know what's interesting? The source doesn't give us an exact number. It doesn't need to. The power is right there in that one word. Think about it. Going from almost zero to thousands. That single word tells you everything you need to know about this incredible triumph. So if you step back and look at the whole thing, it's like a classic 3-act play or a movie. Act 1, the symbol. The bison becomes this huge cultural icon. Act 2, the threat. It faces this catastrophic, totally human-caused disaster. And Act 3, the return. A miraculous, human-led recovery. It's a true story of survival.